Throughout this video you will learn information about different football stadiums throughout the world, but especially those in Europe. But what about the stadiums that don't necessarily have clubs playing in them, for example, or are in parts of the world we may not necessarily cover? Some of those are massive, like really big. So shouldn't we talk about them too? Yes we should. So we will. Right here, right now. This is your guide to the 10 largest stadiums in the world by capacity. The Azadi Stadium, which was formerly called the Ariam Air Stadium, is the home ground of the Iran national team. It is part of the Azadi Sport Complex and is in the middle of a rowing river, with football training pitches surrounding it alongside swimming facilities, a weightlifting complex and more. It was renamed after the Iranian Revolution, changing from a moniker that meant light of Aryans to the more appropriate Persian word for freedom. Given that it is one of the top 10 largest stadiums in the world by capacity, surprisingly little is known about the Borg El Arab Stadium. The stadium was built as part of Egypt's bid to host the 2010 World Cup, with another 5 international standard grounds also planned for the same purpose. Along with the Cairo International Stadium and the Mubarak Stadium in Giza, it is one of the venues that hosts Egypt's international football matches. Though the capacity of the stadium is 80,000, 35% of the ground's total seating capacity is taken up by the terrace and first-class stand. The Bukit Jalil National Stadium was built with the specific aim of hosting the 1998 Commonwealth Games, which took place in Kuala Lumpur in September of that year. Since then it has been the home of the Malaysian national football team. Considered to be the best ground in Malaysia, it is often used to host major tournaments that are held in Malaysia, such as the Southeast Asian Games, the ASEAN University Games and the FESPAC Games. Like most major stadiums, it has also hosted music concerts for artists like Kelly Clarkson, The Course, Usher, and Linkin Park. The stadium is actually located inside a huge sporting complex in Jakarta, Indonesia. Though it's colloquially known as the GBK Stadium, its official name is Gelora Bung Karno Main Stadium, given because there are other stadiums located within the rest of the complex. The ground has been used for a huge amount of football since it opened in the 1960s. From pre-season tours of famous clubs such as Liverpool, Arsenal, Juventus and LA Galaxy through to numerous Asia Games matches and Suzuki Cup games. It has also played host to a Grand Catholic Mass led by Pope John Paul II in 1989, the anniversary of the Indonesian National Awakening Day, and music concerts from bands like Deep Purple, Metallica, and Bon Jovi. The new Wembley Stadium opened in 2007, with its official opening coming in time for the 2007 FA Cup final between Chelsea and Manchester United at the London club. Chelsea won 1-0. It is the home of the England national football team and, as such, has hosted any number of international games over the years since it reopened. Primarily known as an American football stadium, the Rose Bowl is arguably the most important soccer grounds in the United States. It hosted the final of the FIFA World Cup in 1994, the final of the FIFA Women's World Cup in 1999, the 1984 Olympic gold medal match, and numerous CONCACAF and U.S. Soccer Federation matches. As with most major stadiums, it has been used to host a number of music concerts and the like over the years. In 1982 Journey performed there, supported by the likes of Blue Oyster Cult, Depeche Mode, The Cure, Michael Jackson, Pink Floyd and the Rolling Stones have also played the stadium. The First National Bank Stadium, better known as FNB Stadium but also called Soccer City or the Calabash, is the stadium that is used to host the home games of South Africa's football matches and the country's rugby games. It is also the home ground of the South African football team Kaizer Chiefs FC. It hosted the African Cup of Nations in 1996 and 2013 and also some of the games, including the final, when South Africa hosted the FIFA World Cup in 2010. On top of football and rugby, the ground has also been used to host a number of high-profile musicians. Neil Diamond, U2, Lady Gaga, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen and the Foo Fighters have all played there. Perhaps the most significant event held there, however, was in 1990 when Nelson Mandela delivered his first speech from the stadium after his release from prison. Located in the suburb of Santa Ursula in Mexico City, the Estadio Azteca is the home of the Mexican national team. It is also the home ground of Club America, who play in the top flight of Mexican football, as well as hosting numerous sporting events, including high-level boxing. The ground has also played host to a number of big-name musicians. Michael Jackson ended his Dangerous tour with 5 sold-out shows there in 1993, whilst U2 welcomed 110,000 people there in 2011. Paul McCartney performed at the stadium in 2012 in front of 53,000 and, strangely, Mexican comedian Roberto Gómez Bolaños' funeral was held there in 2014. Camp Nou has been the home of FC Barcelona since the 24th of September 1957. Since then it has also hosted the home matches of the Catalonian national team, and in 1992 it was one of the stadiums used when Spain hosted the Summer Olympics. The ground has hosted 2 Champions League finals and one of the semi-final matches at the 1982 FIFA World Cup. The new camp has not just hosted football, either. In 1982 Pope John Paul II celebrated a mass at the ground, with a congregation of 121,000 turning up. In 1983 the Spanish singer Julio Iglesias performed in front of 60,000 people. Bruce Springsteen, the Three Tenors and U2 have all also held concerts in the stadium. As it's located in the notoriously secretive North Korea, details about the venue are difficult to come by, but what we do know is that it is, nominally, used for football matches for the likes of the North Korean national team. Mostly, though, it's used to host things like the Araran Festival, a gymnastics and artistic performance event. The stadium's capacity has remained steady ever since it opened, but the ground itself underwent a bit of a renovation between 2013 and 2015. As well as hosting the male and female North Korean football teams and the annual Araran Festival, the stadium is also the start and end point of the Pyongyang Marathon.